Are you in a relationship and have started to wonder over a period of time, how in the world do we keep the passion and the spark alive? This is quite the age-old question that if we actually knew the answer to, many of us would not be getting divorced, we wouldn't be sexually unsatisfied, and really we'd just be happier people, right? It seems so many of us are addicted to that new relationship energy because there are three key things that happen in new relationship energy that tend to not happen if we aren't proactive about it happening. It's true. When you're in a relationship, it doesn't just come naturally. These are skills. Relationship skills and sex skills aren't things that you are taught growing up. So it's not your fault that you don't know these, but thank God I'm here to share with you the three key things that you must incorporate into your relationship over the long term if you want the passion to stay alive or to revive it. So today I'm going to share with you those three key things, and I'm going to not only share with you that, but I'm going to help give you examples to spark your creativity, because really great sex and relationships, in order to keep that going, it's going to require some effort on your part to be creative, to put some energy into it, to put some thought into it, to put some time into it, and maybe even some money into it. Yeah, I know, we all think relationships should just come natural. Our sex life should just come natural to us, because isn't that what people do? Well, sure, but just like your health and your wellness, if you don't focus on it, if you don't put any effort, energy, time, attention, prioritization, or money into it sometimes, you're not going to stay healthy. And it takes active participation in this one area of your life, focusing on it, putting the time, energy, and resources into it to make it better. This is not something to feel ashamed about. This is normal. It's natural. So without further ado, let's dive in. This is the Multiorgasmic Mama, the podcast for high-achieving moms to have sex worth putting the energy in for. I'm Tilly Storm, a holistic sex and intimacy coach, and it's my mission to help you want sex again, to have better orgasms, and to feel confident and sexy so you experience more pleasure in the bedroom and beyond. All right, the first key to keeping the passion alive in a long-term relationship, or reviving that passion if things have gotten really stale and really boring, is the element of mystery. If you're someone who loves that new relationship energy, loves the idea of being in a new relationship, I promise you the mystery factor is one of the reasons why you love it so much and why it's so alluring. People love a mysterious guy or a mysterious gal. Why do they love it? Because it entices them to want to learn more. But the longer that you're in a relationship, the closer you are, the less mystery that your relationship has. Well, this leads to a lot of boredom in your relationship, and sometimes it can spill over into the bedroom as well. So it can seem like you know everything about your partner knows everything about you, and even if you're always growing and changing, if you're not incorporating and consciously building in mystery into your relationship, it's just going to fizzle out to nothing. So you get to focus on building mystery. It is a creative energy that you get to put into the relationship that a lot of people don't even have the energy for, or they're just like, I don't even know how to do that, because maybe it's been so long since you have been dating or have gone on a date. Maybe you've been together 20 or 30 years, and like the idea of, oh, mysterious, oh my God, I know everything about my partner. I watch him pee all the time, or like, I've seen everything. There's nothing mysterious about it. That's fine. It makes sense, and it's good to have that closeness in your relationship. But if you want passion, if you want to build in that enticing, like, oh my God, I can't keep my hands off of you feeling into your relationship again, then, well, you got to build in some mystery, sweetheart. So I want to give you a couple of examples of how you can build in mystery into your relationship. The first is if you've been with your partner for a long time, you probably know your partner's bucket list things. For example, my man, he's like, I want to go to every single country in the world before I die. Like, I want to go to all of them. And it's like, I don't know, 200 or something countries. I don't even know. It changes all the time, it seems. But that's one of his things. So if I wanted to build in some mystery and excitement to spark passion, and maybe this is something that we do, we travel a lot. So maybe for some of you, this isn't something, this is not feasible for you, but maybe I would surprise him with tickets to a country I know he's never been before. And I know he would love that, right? So you can start to build in some mystery into your relationship by taking these bucket list items that your partner has and to surprise him or her with one of the items on that list. Another is writing little letters that you leave for your partner over the house. It's kind of like, I wonder what made them think of doing that, right? There's an element of mystery that comes back when you start doing these little things. Another way that you can build in mystery is to send teasing texts to your partner and give them little hints about what you might do later that night. Sexting, a great way to build in some mystery, sending some sexy pictures of yourself. And even if you're not very confident at it and you're like, sexting, oh my God, the last time I dated was in 1995 and I have no idea how to even do that or what that is. Just get flirty. Bring back that flirty feeling of, oh my God, like what if it's just play. It's play and fun. It's connecting with that part of you that, yay, excitement, fun, cool. Yes, this sounds fun, right? Anything that's exciting to you, it's going to be exciting to your partner as well, probably. You've been together a long time. A lot of times men, the things that excite you excite them because they like seeing you excited and happy. Happy mom, happy wife, happy life. It kind of goes on that premise. So when it comes to sexting and, sending your partner sexy pictures or whatever it is you're going to do, just make it fun. Keep it light. Another way to build in mystery is to not share all of the details about what you're up to. This is a big one for those that have been together for a long time. If you're going on a date together that night, if you don't have a date night, by the way, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you create a once a week date night with you and your partner where you get out of the house and do something just the two of you. My man and I have been doing this for our entire relationship. We've been together almost 2 years, and it's been one of the most fun, awesome things ever. So we do something different every week. I think maybe we've only done the same thing twice. So it's very rare that we do the same thing. So you can build in mystery on your date night by taking turns, for example, about who plans the date night. That's what we do. 1 week I'll plan it, and it's my responsibility to find out what we're going to do and where we're going to go. And the next night it's his night. And usually it's nothing like big at all. Trust me. Sometimes it's just going to a new spot on the beach or a little kava bar down the road or, whatever it is. It can be literally anything as long as it's new. And then you can build mystery by sending text to your partner about what you might do, but not telling them exactly what you're going to do. So mystery, it's not as complicated as it seems. It can be very, very small little things that you do to not give it all away at once. Now, I want to share with you one that is a little deeper. To build in mystery on an energetic level, this one is fun. You don't want to seek your partner's validation. If you're someone who's constantly seeking validation from your partner, not mysterious and it's not sexy, okay? If you're reveling in your own individuality and confidence and radiating confidence, that's mysterious, okay? It's fun to play with that energy, and your partner is going to love that. Another example that you can build in mystery into your relationship is to be sparingly unavailable. Yes, make yourself a little bit unavailable. This could go many different ways. So say that you have a girlfriend that you want to go out with one night or to go to coffee with during the day, whatever, it doesn't matter what time of day it is, and your partner asks you to do something like, actually, I have a date with my girlfriend at the coffee shop. So, you're building in a little bit of unavailability into it. Maybe you both work from home. I and my partner, we both work from home most of the time, and it's like that. So I totally get it. When you're trying to build in unavailability, it can be a little challenging when you're up in each other's stuff all the time. But giving yourself an out, having girlfriends, having friendships outside of your relationship can definitely help with that one in particular. Another inner one that I really love is to allow all parts of you to come out and play, and to feel confident letting all of those parts and pieces out to play. This means that if you are showing up in your relationship and sex life, usually from older parts of us that have the conditioning that we have and that create the relationships and sexual experiences that we have, usually teenage parts of ourselves, young adult parts of ourselves, inner child parts of ourselves. If that's the only way that you're showing up, that can get a little boring. So what I mean here is to build in mystery into your relationship, you can start incorporating some different parts and pieces. What might that mean? What if you were to play with your inner sex goddess one day to really embody her, take her on fully, and show up in your relationship speaking as your inner sex goddess? Or if maybe you like some kinky things, you're into some taboo things. Maybe you took out your inner little brat and you wanted to show up as her all day to give a little sass and a little attitude into your relationship. So being the same person all the time, it gets boring. So we all have many different parts and pieces of our psyche that make up who we are and our personality. If you are constantly showing up the same way day in and day out, start to think about, what are these different identities, subpersonalities that might be inside of me that I want to connect with to create a different experience in my life. Sometimes this can go as deep as archetype play, and playing with these different pieces to fully embody them, and that completely changes how we experience sex. But even just in your relationship, to get that passion back by way of building in a little more mystery, your partner isn't going to know who he's getting when you show up as a different part or piece of you every single day. Of course, yes, you're already whole and complete, but because you are whole and complete, that means that you contain all of existence inside of you. So yes, one day, play with your inner brat. Another day, play with the girl next door, if that's not who you are all the time. Another day, try connecting with your inner sex goddess and showing up that way. And play and have fun with it. That's going to build some mystery into your relationship and spark the passion again, I promise you. Another one is to be spontaneous. Being spontaneous means, like, instead of doing the same thing you do after you pick your kids up from school every day, I don't know, take them to the beach. Or, that's an example in my own life. That's something that I don't normally do that I could definitely incorporate into our life, is that, the times that we go and do certain things, change up the routine, make it a little different. We can get so in our routine. Humans are creatures of habit. So if you're one of those people that's constantly doing the same things all the time, change it up, be a little spontaneous, and that's going to build in some mystery into your relationship again. And one last thing that I can share with you is to play hard to get. If it's easy, it ain't mysterious. So don't make it so easy, hot mama. All right, let's move on to key number 2 to build in passion in your relationship again. It is obstacles. Obstacles aren't necessarily a bad thing. I know, when you think of the beginning of a relationship, why is it so enticing? It's enticing because you can't see them all of the time. Oh my gosh. So yes, obstacles are a great way to create more passion and to spark passion in your relationship. How can you do this? You can create certain sexual obstacles, or you can create the obstacle of just planning separate trips, planning a night out in a hotel by yourself, spending deliberate time away from your partner, book an Airbnb, whatever you got to do, but constantly having them in your space and keeping it in the same pattern and routine, like I was saying with mystery. It's freaking boring. So create some obstacles that your partner might have to overcome in order to be with you. So sexual obstacles might include that pants and underwear stay on all night, and you have to find other ways to make love or to be intimate together. Another obstacle might be that you have to keep a blindfold on all night, or that you're not allowed to speak unless your partner gives you permission to. So see how these obstacles can create a little more, exciting. I like this. I remember one date night, my partner took me to a surprise concert and he put a blindfold on my head the entire time we were driving there, so I would not know where we were going, and it was literally the sexiest thing ever. I loved it. So give it a try. It can be super fun. All right. The third key to creating passion in your long-term relationship or reviving it is novelty. Novelty, trying something new or being naughty. Now, the thing about novelty is that the longer you're in a relationship with someone, the less novel things are as well. So like I was saying earlier, when you're trying new things and putting in the time, effort, and energy into doing something different and new, you're going to biologically advantage yourself to create more of that new relationship energy. So you are at a biological disadvantage in a long-term relationship that the more and the longer that you know someone, the less novel things are and the less interesting it is, because the brain likes experience new things, to have something new to think about or try. So ways to create these elements into your relationship and your sex life. It goes back to play. It goes back to expanding the fence of what feels safe for you. Again, you're a creature of habit. So when you get into these patterns, it gets really boring. If you're not putting in that energy and effort, things are going to get so boring that it becomes like, and there's nothing to your sex life again, which is probably why you're here. So try new things. What have you not done sexually together that you can do together? I promise you there are things. If you need ideas, just go Google it. So you can try different ways to have sex, different flavors of sexuality. I mean, this really depends on how you like to experience sex, what turns you on, what pleasures you, which is different for everyone. But as, an energetic and a sexual person, working with different energy is really fun for me. So if I'm embodying the energy of fire in my sexual experiences with my partner, that can be really a big turn on for me, because it's different and it's something that I don't do all of the time. Or if as a sexual, erotically wired person, trying different positions or trying a new toy together or trying something that, even just something as simple as changing the bed sheets or the bed linens, doing anything new, doing something taboo for you. It could literally be anything. You could, of course, go to different places that you've never been before. Just start thinking of all of the things that you haven't done in your own town that you've wanted to do forever that you've never done. You can start there for your date nights. And then in your sex life, you can just start exploring what else is available here. So we get to expand the fence of what feels safe and to actively have those conversations, because if you're not, it's gonna get boring. There you have it, my loves. There are the 3 keys to creating passion in long-term relationships: mystery, obstacles, and novelty, or being naughty together. If you've enjoyed this episode, then I guarantee you're going to enjoy my private podcast series, 5 Days to Epic Sex and Pleasure for High-Achieving Moms. If you haven't downloaded it yet, then I want to encourage you to go to the link in the show notes below. So all you got to do is look at the text below this episode, and you can head right there to download that free training where you're going to learn what it really takes to create epic sex and pleasure in the bedroom and beyond. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you next week on Mama. Chances are, if you hear my voice right now, you might be a woman who struggles with lack of libido or desire, doesn't find sex that fulfilling or satisfying, or that's so busy and in your head that it's really challenging to drop in and actually enjoy sex when it happens. Yes, this podcast is here to help you with that. In each episode, I will be sharing everything I know to help you experience more pleasure in your sex life. But let's face it, simply obtaining more information isn't going to change anything about your sex life. The thing is, being a high-achieving mom who's already in her head a lot and is strapped for time and energy, more information is not what you need, sweetheart. Alternatively, learning to rewire your body and your brain so you can get out of your head, be in your body, and enjoy yourself is required. If you're really serious and committed to doing the embodiment practices, the somatic and the nervous system reprogramming, so you can experience epic sex in the bedroom and beyond, then I invite you to consider my Sensually Embodied Woman program. This is my signature program to teach and to coach high-achieving moms like you. And it's how over 70 women have experienced a massive increase in their sexual desire and pleasure in the bedroom and beyond in less than 4 months. Through the program, you'll get deep, intimate coaching from me for 16 weeks, where I'll be able to personally guide you through your specific sex life and relationship struggles. And you'll also instantly join a sisterhood of other high-level women going through the same things to support you on the journey. On top of that, in addition to all of the coaching, the community, the accountability, the teachings, and the audio-guided embodiment practices and meditations, when you join the Centrally Embodied Woman program, you'll get lifetime access to our member library with new bonus content that we're continually adding in. And by the way, the program does help you to become a multi-orgasmic mama too. So yes, you can rely on just the information I share with you here, and yes, you may get the pleasure education you never got growing up. You may grow the ovaries enough to break the ice with your partner and have a meaningful conversation about your sex life, or you could take the shortcut and get the support you're going to need right off the bat. So if you're ready to commit to doing what it takes to have epic sex and pleasure in the next 4 months, then click the link in the show notes and fill out an application for the Sensually Embodied Woman program, and you'll be on your way to joining my magical world of multi-orgasmic motherhood and fast-tracking your journey to a thriving sex life and relationship today. Once again, hit the link in the show notes to apply for the Sensually Embodied Woman, and I'll see you there in the program.